Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV, here with the one and only Shawn Porter. Shawn, always been in the orbit. We hadn't gotten a chance to interview yet, my guy. The time has come.
Yeah, let's make it good.
Weigh
short,
in today.
good and short.
Look, good and short. Hey, check it out. We just had to weigh in, man. We just saw Rolly and Tank weigh in. A little testy on the stage, man. Let me get your reaction.
I knew something was gonna happen. That was not what I expected. I expected some physicality, but not that. Like nobody, you don't push another dude off their stage. You know what I mean? Like that's going a bit far. You know what I mean? Fighters try to do what they can to send a message without hurting the promotion. And right there, Tank just took a chance. I think initially he just wanted to bump. I don't think he wanted dude to come off the stage, because again, remember, he comes off the stage, he falls wrong, steps wrong, the whole list goes on. We don't get the promotion. You know what I mean? So we always want to send the message without injuring the promotion. You know what I mean? So I'm glad it didn't happen the way it could have, and I'm glad we still got to fight.
So basically, based on what you just said, did Tank succeed?
Yep.
He did succeed.
Well, I heard he succeeded because Rolly, from what I've been told, is really puffed up and upset. And here's the thing. They got nothing else to talk about. They're going to talk about what happened and what they should have did and what they would have did and what they didn't do and who held who back, and the list goes on. Now you're so focused, putting the energy on this, which is exactly what Tank wanted. And that's how the fight game goes from a mental perspective.
As a pro, on a day like today, man, with a hardcore weigh-in, I remember when you weighed in versus Keith Thurman, and it was a little testy up there, man.
Was it?
The rest of that night, how was it?
Oh, no. For me, it's all good. You know, even with the face-offs, everything is good. Nothing happens. The team still kind of talk about, you know, hey, what'd you see? And you know, it was funny. This happened and that happened. And did you see my look? And so on and so forth. You always gonna talk about the face-offs regardless. You know what I mean? So, I think on one side you got a mad Rolly Romero camp that it happened, and on the other side you got a Tank Davis camp that's laughing about what they did and enjoying everything about it. You know what I mean? So the energy is right over here. Energy is wrong over here.
I can attest to that. We follow Rolly through the Barclays Center, out past the practice facility, livid to say the least, man. Kind of rambling, just highly upset. He ended up seeing a little girl. I don't know if it was his sister or his daughter, but that did kind of calm his spirits down quite a bit. But he was a bit testy, man. Yeah. Break the fight down. What do you think we see Saturday night?
I think we see a patient Tank Davis. Starts out on the jab. I actually think we see a Tank Davis that's gonna talk a little bit, shake his head, smile a little bit. You know, all these little antics that's gonna get into Rolly Romero's head. I'm not sure how Rolly is going to react to any of it. You know what I mean? So I think that there's still this unpredictability about this specific fight, which ultimately is why boxing is one of the superior sports in the world, because there's this element of surprise, and it seems to always have its way. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I can't really predict it, but I do think that Tank Davis is going to control this fight from beginning to end.
So you're predicting some sort of Tank Davis victory. Do you see it going to decision, or do you see it ending early?
Well, Leonard Ellaby said it's not going into a decision. I think the Davis camp is content with the decision. The Rolly Romero camp, if they're being honest with themselves, they know the only way it wins, or the only way it ends in the win for them is a knockout. So, you know, that remains to be seen. I think it's gonna be a knockout.
How excited are you for fight night, man?
You know what? I'm excited because this one is good. It's gonna be good for TV. You know what I mean? You need some entertainment in this sport. This fight's giving it to us.
Definitely, man. This is Marcus Hayes here with the one and only Shawn Porter for Fight Hub TV. Thank you, Shawn. Hey, wait, before I go, make sure you tune in to the Porter Way podcast. My guy is blowing all the way up. His show gonna go like a UFO. That's what my man Michael Nunn told me the other night, man.
That's what's up.
Shawn Porter gonna go like a UFO,
Thank
man.
you, man.
What's next for Shawn in retirement, brother?
Everything, man. You know, I clued you into a little bit of the things I got going on, man. I got amateurboxingchampions.com. I think that is that one's really close to my heart. It's one of the bigger adventures that I'm on right now, just trying to expose the amateur fighters, the elite amateur fighters, to the boxing world before they turn pro. I want these guys to turn pro with a fan base. I want people to know who they are and follow their stories, follow their journeys. And the only way you can do that is if you get clued into who they are earlier than, than you, Rolly Romero. I think, 17-0?
14-0,
14-0
knockouts.
with 12 knockouts on the biggest stage in the world. Now people are starting to learn that, his dad swim over here. You know what I mean? Like, those stories should be exposed. In his case, he didn't have much of an amateur career, but a lot of us have big amateur careers and big stories that need to be told. I'm going to start telling them.
Definitely, man. Shawn Porter, not
Shout out
just a
to
pro.
Shawn Zeitel. He's going to be on that journey with me to expose the amateur fighters.
One of my favorite journalists, man, Shawn Zeitel, man. They call him Larry Bird around these here parts, man.
Yeah.
Marcus Hayes, Fight Hub TV, here with the one and only Showtime, Shawn Porter. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.